Why do Catholics call the priest Father when Jesus in Matthew chapter 23 verse 9 told the disciples and the crowds, "Call no man on earth your father, for you have one Father in heaven"? So then why do we Catholics refer to the priest as fathers? Now, in the context of Matthew chapter 23, you must understand what Jesus was saying and why he said so. Now, the whole of Matthew chapter 23 from verse 1 to 36, Jesus was condemning the actions of the Pharisees and how they were behaving as fathers, as teachers, and as masters. Now, if you read that same Matthew chapter 23 from verse 1 and 2, Jesus rightly affirmed that the Pharisees and the teachers of the law have the authority to interpret the law of Moses. And he even told the disciples, say, do as they say, but do not do as they do, for they do not practice what they preach. So Jesus was trying to let them understand that as teachers, as fathers, that the Pharisees had failed in their responsibility, that they would give burdens to people without they themselves lifting a finger to help the people to what? To limit that burden. That they like to be greeted in the marketplaces as Rabbi, as Master, as Father, but rather they do not even practice what they preach. So Jesus was condemning their spiritual arrogance, but not necessarily condemning the use of father, the use of teacher, or the use of master. Now, there are also other passages in the Bible that the word father was used. Now we are going to look at Luke chapter 16 verse 24. When the rich man said to Abraham, Father Abraham, to tell Lazarus to dip his finger in the water so that what, it could cool his tongue. Okay, so he referred to Abraham as Father Abraham. In Romans 4 verse 16, the Bible also referred to Abraham as the spiritual father of us all. In 1 Thessalonians 2 11 to 12, Paul says he acted like a father to the believers. So you can say that even the Bible rightly used the words father when referring to spiritual leaders. So Jesus was not condemning the use of the word father. So if Catholics call their priest father, we are not going against what Jesus said. Now, in human situations, let us use it as humans that we are. Everybody has used this word father, teacher, and even master. We all call our biological parents, the person who gave birth to us, as father. If using the word father is a sin, then that means all of humanity have failed. We have made a huge mistake. We are also at fault because we refer to the person who gave birth to us as father, as daddy. Okay, so which means everybody has failed. In school, we refer to the person who teaches us in the classroom as teacher. Okay, so if using the word teacher to a human being on earth is wrong, then that means everybody is at fault, everybody is guilty. But as human beings, we refer to our teachers, we refer to them as teacher, and there's nothing wrong with that. And also, we refer to our employees as boss. Boss is also a symbolism of master. Even in trade, we have people we call masters because they are the ones who are guiding us in that business while we are apprentices. There's what we call master and apprentice. So we all use these words in our daily life, and it is not wrong at all. So you must understand what Jesus meant by that particular statement. At the Last Supper, Jesus, as the master, wanted to wash the feet of the disciples, and when he got to Peter refused. Why? Because in Jewish tradition, a master does not wash the feet of his followers. That role is meant for the servants. So that was why even Peter was trying to act like the Pharisee when he says, Master, you will not wash my feet. So why should you wash my feet? So Jesus was trying to teach him the actions of a true master, which is a servant leader. Even in the Protestant denominations, they use the word daddy G-O when referring to their pastors, okay? They use the word our big daddy, our daddy in the Lord. It is similar to calling them father. So they are only trying to use a different language, but they also carry the same meaning. So telling a man, our daddy in the Lord, our big daddy, is still the same thing as calling them father, just as we do in the Catholic Church. So the Catholic Church calling the priest father is for three most important reasons. One is because we see them as spiritual leaders, we see them as spiritual guardians, and also we see them as shepherds of the sheep, because we are the sheep and they are the shepherds. And that is why in that same Matthew chapter 23 verse 12, Jesus said, whoever humbles himself will be exalted, and he who exalts himself will be humbled. So our priests as fathers are supposed to humble themselves and guide us as leaders and as shepherds. So that is the role of a priest as father. We see them as somebody who guides us, who teaches us, and who leads us. So to understand this very well, you must know that there are certain ways that the Bible should be read so that it will not be taken out of context. So when you just read some certain things that Jesus said in the Bible as it was written, when he says don't call anybody father, then you will not understand what was actually being said. So to understand certain Bible passages, you must read the full context. That is why I said read that same Matthew chapter 23 from verse 1 to 36. You will see that Jesus was referring to the actions of the Pharisees. Because if the people imitated what the Pharisees are doing, then that means they themselves will love to be called teacher, they will love to be called master, they will love to be called father. So Jesus was trying to condemn their actions and even predict their punishment. Not that he was saying that calling somebody father or teacher or master is wrong. So I believe that with this we have a clear understanding of what the church teaches by calling the priest father, because we see them as spiritual leaders, we see them as guardians and shepherds of the faithful. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to see you in my next video. If you have any questions regarding this topic or any other topic at all concerning the Catholic faith, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section. Peace be with you.